I just can't even see him playing this position at the next level. And then when I read that, like, I don't know, it just did something to my spirit. Like I'm gonna prove this guy wrong, you know, or make him eat his words. And I just remember that day, like, man, I still feel that, like, you know. But it really just made me work. I just like, man, like, I really just went to work after that.
Was that before your junior? Like when exactly?
Yeah.
The spring or the summer or before which year?
Sophomore year, going into my junior year.
Going into your junior,
like spring?
In the summer? Or?
Spring probably?
Yeah, it was like before spring, I think.
Like after sophomore season, and then
after my sophomore season, like that.
Okay. So you were then already had transferred.
Yes, I had transferred to Cincinnati.
What else has motivated you, good or bad, through the years?
I say my mom, really. My mom, she's really motivated me a lot.
How so?
Just seeing her, like, the sacrifice she's made for me over the years, and me and my sisters, and just how hard she works. You know, she never complains. She's always got a smile on her face. You know, I know it's tough. You know, I know it gets tough for her, but you know.
You mean a job, or
just managing? You know, everything. You know.
What does she do?
She's a pharmaceutical sales. But she works all day and then comes home, cooks for us, and gets up early, takes us to school, then goes back to work. And she wants to do a lot of things for herself, but she sacrifices, like working out and all that, sacrifices just so we can get to where we need to get to. And I have 3 sisters, so they got to get to where they can get to. Like my youngest sister, Janet, she plays basketball. And yeah, and Jasmine, she was in volleyball for a little bit, and my older sister Jayla, she was in volleyball too. But you know, we all play sports, so it's kind of like here, you know.
Yeah. Jaren, I want to make sure, just you were told alone by Manny?
Yes, I was.
Before the other guys, right? Before the team meeting, obviously.
Well.
No.
But Perry and Martell had also.
They went in, I think they went in before me. And
okay.
I went in.
Perry and Martell went in to see Manny.
Before
and then you went in. What day again? I just want to make sure I have it right.
Yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, yesterday morning.
Did he have to say anything to you, or did he hug you, or did Manny when he told you?
After we got up and we gave it a good hug.
And what exactly did he say? You remember the first words?
Yeah, we sat down. He looked in my eyes. He was like, "Jaren, congratulations, you're our guy."
And what went through your body when he said that?
It almost felt unreal, honestly. I mean, I was like, it was just like, wow, like, you know, because it's like, this is like what I've been working for my whole life, this opportunity, you know, and I've been praying for it, so it's just like, wow, like, you know, it was just like a heartwarming experience, because, man, I tell you all the things, like, that's happened, like, everything I went through just to get to this point, you know, I just never thought I'd be here, you know, and it's just a very humbling experience.
Jaren, did you talk all about last year yet, like the trials and tribulations of your first year here, and how difficult it was?
I mean, yeah, but it's just like I'm really focusing on this year. You know, I'm a guy that's looking forward, and I'm trying to move forward.
In terms of like you learned from last year, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, it's, you know, freshman year, you come in and you kind of learn the ropes. You're not really sure how everything works, and of course, from a maturity standpoint, you got to learn, you know, that there's some things that you can't and can do on and off the field. So it was just a big learning experience for me.
Have you heard from any of the other quarterbacks here? Usually there's a little former quarterbacks like Gino or usually there's a little fraternity of all them helping each other out.
Yeah, I've talked to Stephen Morris. I've talked to Brad Kai a lot. And Malik Rozier talks to me a lot too. I've talked to Gino Tourette a couple times too, face to face.
Have any of them got texted you or whatever since then?
Yeah, they all have. Yeah, I've Brad Kai texted me, Stephen Morris, Malik Rozier, and they congratulated me and just told me, like, now's the time. It's time to focus up. Let's go. So.
And Jaren, you've also worked in the offseason with guys like Deshaun Watson and Dwayne Haskins?
Yes, I have.
Okay, yeah. So what have you learned from them, and what's that experience been like?
I mean, it's a really great experience to be able to see how a pro, you know, goes through drills and how he treats everything. And, you know, just being around those guys, you can just kind of feel their mindset, like, they're really focused, and I really like that. And, you know, Deshaun Watson, just watching him go through drills, I mean, he's so talented. Like, he's so smooth, like a very smooth and a gifted passer. And Dwayne Haskins is a big guy, strong arm, and he's another gifted passer too. So just watching them, how they maneuver, and trying to pick up any little thing I can from them, you know, it's helped my game.
Is there anyone else like that you've worked with?
Yeah, Sam Don. Like Elite 11, I gotta throw a lot of the guys honestly. Like Josh Rosen was out there, Sam Darnold. You know, when I was actually in 10th grade, I was on the Cam Newton 707 team, and I got to, you know, be around him for a little bit, and I was just his competitive edge is unreal. So just picking up all the little things I can from the guys that, you know, that been in my shoes and done it already. It's helped me a lot.
Is there any one of those guys that you feel you compare most to, closest to?
If I had to do that, you know, I feel like I would say, because I compare myself to myself, I feel like I'm Jarren Williams, but if I had to say, I would say Deshaun Watson. You know, I really try to model my game, you know, around his. Like, I really have respect for his game a lot, and that's somebody I would say that I, you know, can see myself similar to.
What age were you when you first started playing quarterback?
I was 9 years old. Cause I remember I used to play running back, and then when I was 5, I actually played offensive lineman. My first year, yeah, they just put me in the helmet and they let me play offensive line. I was not bad, you know, it was pretty good. But yeah, so when I was 6, I moved to running back, and then all the way up until I was 9, because I always had a strong arm. I was like, you know, I want to play quarterback. And my dad and my mom, they got me into camps, and you know, I started working at it. You know, I said, if you want to do this, like, you don't have to work at it. You're not going to be able to sit around all day. And you know, they challenged me, and so I started working at it and started developing.
You said you've been dreaming about this your whole life.
Yes,
Finally have the opportunity. Had some time to think about it. How do you envision that first start? I'm sure you've thought about it. How do you envision Game 1, August 24th against the Gators?
So I envision us, man, just going out there and, you know, I know it's going to be a fight. You know, I know it's going to be a fight, but the guys, we worked hard. We faced adversity, and we overcame it on Green Tree. And, you know, I feel like we're going to go out there, and it's going to be some ups and some downs, but we're going to keep fighting all the way to the end, and it's going to be a good thing at the end. It's going to be a good thing.
You played with a lot of the guys on this offense at the opening.
Yeah. Will Mallory, Brevin Jordan, Brian Hightower, and just being around those guys, just seeing the level of talent that I could, you know, have around me throwing to, I'm like, man. And on top of that, you know, Brevin and Brian, like, we all got real close. And Mark, all of us, Will, like, we just all kind of clicked. Like, we all have that personality where we just kind of meshed. And, you know, and it was really great getting to know them. And I'm like, you know, I want to be around these, I want to play with these guys, you know. And I seen something in them that, you know, big time. So
Lorenzo Lingard just told me a story about you guys. You guys being down, and Trevor Lawrence was the quarterback. You being down, you came in and brought you guys back in the game. You remember that game? He remembers it. I mean.
yeah. Lorenzo, that's my boy too. Me and him clicked too. Cam Davis, but yeah,
he remembers it.
I remember, like, the first game. I remember I started. I think I had like 4 touchdowns and we won, and then. I can't remember it vividly, but I remember, like, Trevor, he was doing good. I'm not going to say he was doing bad, you know, but I did have my opportunity, and I came in and I played really well, and we did end up winning the game. I know exactly the game he's talking about, but I can't remember the team we played, the name of the team. But
Jaren, lately, quarterbacks have been coming right out.
What I could bring to the table. So I wouldn't say it was frustrating at all. But it was actually good for me, honestly. It was really good for me. I'm glad that it happened, that it was able for me to sit back and just, it was a big learning experience for me. And I feel like it helped me tremendously. And I would probably wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I did play last year. You know, you never know. So,
you talk to Trevor?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do.
What has allowed guys like Jarren, the rest of the guys that have all come in and just played as true freshmen? And it's a position where that people never thought